top of the morning from Maknao. We're back from our little jolly in southern Thailand. Feet firmly planted on the ground again in Laos, and we're down at the land that we bought 6 weeks back or so, and we're just going to do a bit of supervision because there's someone coming down with the big boys' toys. We've got a digger, or an excavator for those in the UK, and he's going to flatten down all of the smaller shrubs, bushes, mini trees, and hopefully clear and flatten the land. We don't know yet. We don't know what kind of instructions have sunk in with him. He's come up here though. You can see his tracks. I can hear him in the distance, and I've got some small boys' toys in the back of the ute. I've got a pole saw and I've got a brush cutter, and I'm going to be cutting this back a bit, lopping down some of these limbs. So come and join us on BNF Homestead. So if you remember, this was the pathway that we walked into. There was a huge clump of bamboo there that's coming down. One man hanging up in the tree there. This was a big double tree. From its base, it split into two huge trees. I think they were teak. What kind of wood was this, Dal? The owners wanted this because it was a special wood. What, it was a redwood or something like that? It's good for the furniture and everything, huh? So they've took that for their own lumber. Everything else is ours. So what we told them on the phone when they said the truck's available today, they wanted us to come early, or last night they wanted us to come and mark off what trees we wanted to save, and the rest can go. But we just said, look, leave all the big trees, the likes of that one and that one. That's a lovely one in the middle. This one here, and I can go at some of the lower limbs, take off some of the lower limbs of them, get rid of all of those strangling parasite plants. So he's opened up that back part there as well. Couldn't see into that at all last time. So he's opened all that. He's over here making a lot of noise. He's got a 15-ton digger. He's got plenty of strength in there for knocking stuff down. So this was the pathway I walked through last time. Front of the property's over there. Somewhere where that is, we're going to put a house somewhere in this area, along that back wall there. And then that goes right the way back into the corner. You can just see there, along that back, is the fence. That then comes along the side of the lake, or the pond, which is not far from where Kekanam one are at the moment. And then it goes right the way over there. So to his right, he's got to take all that down, and a little bit to his left here to the front of the property. And while he's doing that, I'll go back to the entrance road and start lopping and brush cutting along the entrance road, because the trees have kind of enclosed in on it, encroached in on the path. Should be 4 meters wide, it's nowhere near that. So we'll get it back to 4 meters wide. That's my little job. Not all of it today. I've got two 4 amp hour batteries. I'm 56 years old and I get thirsty very quickly. So we're down at the back end of the property. Keck's just going over to that back fence. You can see the fence posts, just made out of wood, and that goes across, and you can see another fence, concrete posts that go across to the neighbour's concrete wall over there. So this needs a bit more cleaning. So you can see where we're standing now. There's still a bit more he can take off, because we're looking over to that bamboo tree over there. That's a line, and then over to where Keck was. Keck's going along the perimeter now, and then we've got all that right over along the neighbour's wall there to the front. Then it goes right the way across, past where the digger is, way over there, and then it goes forward again to meet up with the road. It'll become a lot clearer when it's clear, if you know what I mean.
Can I zoom in? Bro, where'd it go? What? Where did it go? Oh. What's up? Dad, if you're seeing this, don't put that in, okay?
So just that back fencing from a different perspective. This is the side fencing, and this comes up to the neighbour's concrete wall. Then that concrete wall goes all the way to the road, and our land goes all the way to the road with that concrete wall. That road goes off that way and joins up way to the left of the digger. So we've had a little go at brush cutting down the bottom entrance down there. It was going all right with the chainsaw blade on the brush cutter, until the chainsaw blade met the fence, and they both became embroiled in a fight that finished very, very quickly. So I untangled my blade, I untangled my chainsaw chain, and I threw it all back in the truck again. I'm gonna have a rest now, and I might get my lopper out. It's damn hot here. You've been digging in the mud? You've been digging in the mud, bacon face? Hey? Turn you right into bacon, won't we? So we left our digger crew, digger driver and his offsider, and our neighbour who kind of facilitated the deal. We left them on the land to finish off. They did phone us up and say they finished off pretty quick after we drove away. So we paid them, and we're just going back to check whether they finished everything. They promised that they would do the driveway in and finish everything that we pointed out to them on the land. So let's see. So, did they clean up everywhere they said they were going to clean up, and everywhere they got paid for? Did they, bollocks? The pricks must have just left straight after we did, which is usual. Come to expect that. But one of the guys who was on the make out of it was our neighbour, and he'll get no more work out of us now. So he shot himself in the foot, because there's tons of work to do. Anyway, we've just had a go, me and Keck, with a machete and a pole saw down the driveway. We've done about another 10 metres. Lost a few pounds. So we've got an idea of what's ahead of us after seeing what they've left us today. Been a lot of rain, and where the excavator had dug up stumps and pulled small trees down and really scraped at the scrub, the soil, the topsoil is soft again now, and the rain's been at it. So basically the land we'll be leaving that now until after wet season, October maybe. The land will settle back down, it'll dry out a bit, and then we'll get a tractor with a blade on it to start pushing all the dry scrub then into lumps so we can dispose of it, and then we'll kind of level out or bring the land back to its normal contours with the tractor. But what we will be doing is on the driveway that leads up to the land, it should be 4 meters wide, and it ain't. We've just been chopping away bamboo. It's everywhere, all the way along that driveway. You shouldn't, as my wife says, plant bamboo on the border of anyone's property, because it just spreads and spreads, and this has come out into the road. So, and it's difficult to cut down because it's like 15-20 meters high. I can get maybe 3 meters with me pole saw, and the rest of it's going to come crashing down if I cut it at that height, and where it lands nobody knows. But it's a learning curve, isn't it? So wifey's gone looking for young bamboo on other people's properties, and then we're going to go and get some noodles and go home. So we will, now as we know what we're doing, we'll take the cameras and the drone, etc. Next time we come up here, and we'll show you what we're up to. But there's tons of stuff to do. It's all good fun, and it makes me lose a little bit of weight, so it's all good. Catch you on the next BNF Homestead. Take it easy. Don't forget, like and subscribe.